Yo, 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 what's going on? What's going on? It's the good in the hood. It's J to the P. What's cracking, y'all? We got some things to talk about. Obviously, y'all know what's up with Diddy. I'm not sure if y'all heard what's up with the Lieutenant Governor of North Carolina. That's Mark Robinson. Cuba Gooding Jr. LeBron James. They even trying to drag Barack Obama into the Diddy suit. So I'm not here to defend nobody, but I'm just gonna keep it 100 with y'all, cause it's real. Like, black men, they are under attack. Like, you know what I'm saying? Anybody else, they can get away with the world right now. I'm gonna be honest with you, unless they got beef with some higher ups. If you any other race, you can get away with anything. But black men, y'all better watch your step. Just to keep it 100, y'all gotta watch your step, because at any moment they wanna pull that plug or put that battery in the ops pack. It's going down. It's going down. I'm telling y'all, it's going down. Let's start off with Mark Robinson. You know what I mean? So Mark Robinson, the Lieutenant Governor of North Carolina, who is running to be the governor of North Carolina. He was down maybe 8 points, maybe double digits against his rival. I don't even know if he would have won. But peep this. See how they did this brother right here. And you know what? I'm not defending the brother, because I don't know. I'm leaving it to the point where they don't know if he did this or not. But when they run the story, you know what I mean? CNN dropped the story. They're not saying alleged. They're not saying allegedly. You know what I mean? That's a big dip. They are saying Mark Robinson said this and did this a decade ago. And I'm not here to defend him. Let me just keep it clear. I'm not here to defend him. I'm here to defend the process of outing black men without a court, without any other evidence other than what you telling me. So you telling me that he did this when he's denying it. So he's saying he didn't admit to doing this. He's telling us that this is all fake. This is a smear campaign. He said this is AI. Shit, I don't know the fuck how AI could have did it, but I'm just telling you that the brother did not confess to this. He did not plead guilty to this. But for some reason, CNN is running a story and everybody's running it like, oh, he did this. And they got proof like that, the judge and the jury. And this is what black men got to deal with. When it comes to the police, when it comes to the media, when it comes to just people on the streets. Like, they are the judge and the jury when it comes to black men. You know what I mean? And I'm not, like I said, I'm not here to defend Puffy. I'm not here to defend Mark Robinson. I'm not here to defend LeBron James. I'm not here to defend Cuba Gooding Jr. But the fact is that black men, whether they are guilty, they always are guilty until proven innocent. And that's the point that we didn't look at. And I'm gonna be honest with you, it kind of rubbed me wrong. Kamala Harris, it kind of rubbed me wrong. She already got an attack ad attaching Mark Robinson's comments, quote unquote, to Donald Trump. So she's already running with the he's guilty. As a black woman, she's already running with the black man is guilty. He's denied he did this stuff. Whether he did it or not, we don't know. That's the whole point about it. We don't know if he did it or not. So why would you assume he did it or not? Because the white folks told you he did it. They say, okay, he used the same name. They say, okay, they say all this stuff, right? But it seemed too obvious to use all this, the same name, the same information, the same username on your Naked Africa website as you do for your Lieutenant Governor website. See, that's what I don't get. Like, niggas ain't dumb. And they trying to play us, bro. Like we dumb or something. Like, so, and this the main problem with this right here, that they think we're dumb. They think that were dumb. They believe this because they think Mark Robinson, not Nate Robinson, right? Sorry, Nate Robinson. Mark Robinson is dumb. I don't know. The brother that said some wild things, and I'm not gonna lie, like I don't agree with 90% of the stuff he say, but there's a 10% that I definitely could double down on and say, yeah, you know what? He's right. And you know what? People don't say that. Politicians don't say those type of things. That's the problem. They don't speak the truth. Mark Robinson will go out there and speak the truth or his truth. You know what I mean? He came out and said, if you go get your surgery done, you go change into it. You ain't a man or woman if you transition. You what you was born as. That's what you are. It don't matter what you do. It don't matter if you get drugged up. It don't matter if you get cut up. You just a cut up, drugged up man or woman. And I got the world mad. You know what I mean? So apparently his whoever he's running against, right, has issues with politics himself. But you know, the white man not gonna take no blows. The white man not gonna take no hits. The white man like nailing jello to a wall. Ain't nothing finna happen to him. You know what I'm saying? You really gotta pin him down. You gotta really pin him down to get something. So, and I'm not trying to make this all about race, but I do want to focus on a point that the black man has less rights, less ability to defend themselves, whether they from the right or the left. And let that be known. Whether they from the right or the left, they gonna come out a black man and a black man. So Nate Robinson, they pulled up some dirt, and I don't know if it's him or not. I really don't want to go through all of the dirt, but let's just brush it. Let's just brush the air. He spoke on some things talking about Martin Lucifer King or something. He said he a black Nazi. CNN said allegedly. I'm just gonna add allegedly. I'm not gonna do what they do. Allegedly, he said he was a black Nazi. Allegedly, he liked transgender porn. Allegedly, right? So CNN is running with the story. I'm trying to listen to. I got my kids. CNN is like HBO Max, bro. Like CNN is crazy the way they talk about people. It's crazy the way they talk about people that they don't like. They gonna make them seem like the dirtiest, grimiest people in the world, and not even use the proper terminology to address it. Like he hasn't been caught. He hasn't been convicted in a court of law. I mean, we just got one side of the story. How come there's not two sides to this story right here? Because he said he ain't do it. Like he said, this is all made up. This is a smear. And I'm not saying that I believe the brother, but I'm gonna tell you this: when you drop the story 6 hours before the deadline, or let's just say 12 hours before the deadline to drop off. So this is so you had a deadline in North Carolina before the ballots are printed and to drop out so they can kind of replace you with someone else. When you drop CNN, I'm talking about, these aren't the Democrats. They could be Democrats. These aren't the Democrats though. CNN dropped the story. And this is something that happened 10 years ago. CNN dropped the story 12 hours before the deadline for him to drop out and be replaced. So even if it is true, they dropped the story at the last minute, so it would almost guarantee the Democrat in the race would win. They didn't do it the day before. Like, they knew about it. People knew about it. Kamala knew about it. Republicans knew about it. But they didn't drop the story until 12 hours before the deadline. That's how I know that this is a smear job. Truth or not. Drop it a week ago. Let them explain themselves. Let them get some proof on it. You know, if he don't get it, then replace him with someone else because there's probably some other better candidates. But they waited until 12 hours before the deadline. And he said he ain't dropping out. I'm not dropping out. This is a smear campaign. And a lot of people going to believe it because CNN's timing. Like they coordinated with the Democrats on this. They trying to help out the Democrats on this. They're supposed to be an independent news organization. So that's what got me. That's the main reason why I can't believe CNN. You can't trust CNN. You can't trust these news organizations. And they're the ones that dropped the story. The brother said he ain't do it. CNN said he did it. Why is everybody reporting CNN side of the story, but not Nate Robinson's side? Mark Robinson's side of the story. My bad, Nate Robinson. Hey, Mark Robinson. You know what I mean? And honestly, Nate Robinson, Mark Robinson, he don't do. I'm gonna keep calling him Nate Robinson. It's gonna be a problem. Mark Robinson, he don't do himself no justice. The brother's outspoken. He's gonna say what come to his mind. So when you heard the story, it was easily believable. Like, oh yeah, Black Nazi. They done told the Democrats already said he was Black Hitler. They already called him Black Hitler. Black people can't be racist, but he Black Hitler. So that's the whole Nate Robinson thing in a nutshell. Mark Robinson. He may just be Nate Robinson. Hey, Mark Robinson in a nutshell. That's the whole story in a nutshell. That they really trying to just slander this brother. If it's on Mark Robinson's story, it's slander. It's blasphemy. It's libel. They could get sued. And that's what a lot of people are leaning on, like, hey, CNN want to report this because they could get sued for this. So, but why wait? Even if it is true. I know you didn't have this, it happened 10 years ago. I know you just didn't finish up the story yesterday. I know you just didn't finish up the story 12 hours before the deadline for him to drop out. You had the story, you sat on the story until 12 hours before he could drop out. Why? So they couldn't replace him. Even if he, like, the brother said he didn't do it. So that's why you think it could be a smear campaign. Because, like, okay, he didn't do it, but when we reporting on this, ain't nobody saying alleged. Even the Republican commentators are saying, hey, I believe the Republican commentators on CNN, because they're paid by CNN, are saying, hey, I believe CNN's reporting. They have to say that. So he's not going to get no backup on that. Go ahead and hop over to MSNBC. They for sure not going to back up a black conservative. The most hated person in America is a black conservative. Don't nobody want to be a black conservative. They choose to be black conservatives because they can't be a black liberal because they know the truth, or they know what's what, or they have their own beliefs, right? So black men are under attack. Look at Diddy. Ain't nobody here to defend Diddy. We saw the video of you and Casey Diddy. You ain't making us look right. All your friends above you, they look the same. They act the same. They've been trained the same. They trained you the same. Ain't nobody here to defend Diddy. But you know what? Diddy got a right to plead his case. Diddy got a right to be innocent until proven guilty, because this is America. Everybody has that right. It don't change when video that's out of the that you can't be prosecuted on, that the limits is already expired. Video that pops up way later because People was holding it as collateral just to hold it against you because you already paid for that, right? And ain't nobody gonna say that Diddy's an angel. Ain't nobody gonna say that Diddy's even close to an angel. Diddy, I ain't see Diddy in church. I ain't, closest thing Diddy been to church was TD Jakes, right? And I don't even think TD Jakes is in the lawsuit. But Diddy, like all Americans, he got a right to prove his case. And you know what? Diddy done fucked up. Diddy done blew up niggas' cars. Diddy done dragged the bitch down the hallway. We seen that. You know what I'm saying? Diddy, he has his own issues. That's why Diddy ain't out on bail. Right? The judge made a decision like, hey, I can't let Diddy out on bail because Diddy could be a threat to witnesses, to people, potential witnesses, to Lil Rod. He could be a threat to Cuba Gooding Jr. Who knows who flips on Diddy? Stevie J, Shine, Meek Mills. Everybody at LeBron James. Diddy could be a threat. And if y'all ain't seen it yet, yeah, they already got the picture of LeBron James out. Like LeBron James tried to drop Diddy months ago, and they dropped the collateral. They dropped the collateral. He sent Diddy. They released it. It's on the internet. LeBron James, a French maid. Don't nobody want to see that, but you know what? They get that collateral for a reason. To hold you in a position where you can't speak. And you know what? There's probably more, because I ain't heard LeBron James come out and say shit. I ain't heard Cuba Gooding Jr. come out and say shit. I heard Stevie J come out at 50 Cent acting like he tough, but that nigga digging his shit. So we are to believe that they got a case on Diddy. They got us believing that they got a case on Diddy, right? The paperwork don't show nothing. The highlight of the paperwork is he has some ARs with the serial number scratched out. Okay, California, yeah, that's 10 years. 5 years, however they charge you. Right? 5 years, gun charge. But they talk about human trafficking. They're talking about human trafficking on Diddy. Oh, Diddy was moving. Diddy had bitches. Diddy was pimping. That's what human trafficking sound like, right? No. They got Diddy on just buying bitches planes. Just flying them out. That's a lesson to y'all, black man. If you fly a bitch out, that is human trafficking, according to the feds. If you a black man, if you fly a bitch out, that's human trafficking. Diddy was flying men out too. Shit, he was human trafficking men too, according to the feds. He wasn't pimping. Because that's what we were taught, that was human trafficking, when you was pimping. No, Diddy was a John. Diddy was technically a John. And he got human trafficking charge. So as a black man, you gotta realize that the laws ain't always the same. They the same, but they don't always applied to be the same. It don't make no sense how they can put that on him. You know what? And we all know, ain't nobody dumb. We all know Diddy got charges 10 times worse than that. We all know that y'all grabbed the tapes from his house when you raided it. We all know that y'all got all the celebrities on tape doing some fuck shit. But the charges come out talking about he had 1,000 bottles of baby oil. I don't give a fuck about I don't care about 1,000 bottles of baby oil. Who cares? You just want our imagination to go wild. What was he doing with 1,000 bottles? Oh no, that's a lot of bottles of baby oil. Them niggas must have been doing some freak shit. Is that a charge? Did he steal the bottles of baby oil? Hold on, did Puffy drown some niggas in baby oil? Tell me, did he do that? Oh, so y'all telling me that black man can't be gay? It's illegal because he had baby oil. I'm not with none of that shit. And be honest with you, you do what you do in your privacy. But are you telling me that Diddy is guilty for using lubricant? Thousands of bottles. Did he rape somebody? Are y'all, man, the case? I don't know what y'all got in the case, but from what I hear is everybody consented. Okay. I hear you. Yeah, Diddy was sliding the secret. He had the Jesus juice. But you a grown ass man. Fuck you drinking some weird ass juice for? You know what I mean? What you drinking some pink juice for? You a grown ass man. You responsible for the things you do. You a grown ass woman. You responsible for the things you do. I'm not here to defend Diddy. I'm just here to say, how y'all proving this man guilty? How was he guilty until proven innocent? Why are black men guilty until proven innocent? Cuba Gooding Jr. Lil Rod came out and said Diddy groomed him. Diddy groomed him for Cuba Gooding Jr. Oh, Cuba Gooding Jr. wanted to touchy Philly. Cuba Gooding Jr. got cases before about this shit with women, right? We all know Cuba Gooding Jr. got a little nigga. He a nigga freak. Everybody know what's up. But Lil Rod came out and said, oh, he touchy Philly. So now Cuba Gooding Jr. is guilty? Yeah, we know he settled on them other cases. This shit was suspicious. But Cuba Gooding Jr. is guilty now? The black man's guilty? Let me give you a prime example. J-Lo. So, when Shine got locked up, J-Lo brought the gun in the club. When Shine got locked up, J-Lo brought the blicky in the club. J-Lo did that. Did J-Lo get charged for anything? Did the charges get dropped on J-Lo? Yes. Did J-Lo suffer anything in the public? No. J-Lo was at the Diddy parties. J-Lo was Diddy popping. J-Lo was popping, pussy popping probably. J-Lo ain't leave until after that case, right? And you know what? Just to fast forward, you see J-Lo, they just got divorced. I'm sure Ben Affleck know what's up. Like, bitch, you was over there doing the shit. You damn near Diddy. Cause you ain't snitch on the brother. We ain't trying to promote that, but if you for women and you doing the right thing and you getting off on charges, niggas is taking charges for you. Shine taking a charge for you. Cause you was a following bad ass bitch. Doing what Diddy had to say. Like, you wasn't entrapped. Diddy didn't drag you down the hall. If you did, you ain't say nothing about it. So, why do you get off scot-free? If you would have came out earlier and spoke up, maybe you could have saved some of these bitches from going through this trauma. Maybe you could have saved Lil Rod from going through this trauma. Maybe you could have saved Meek Mills from going through that trauma. But you didn't. J-Lo, you was in movies. You had the best career after Puff Daddy. But you knew a lot and you ain't say nothing. You ain't say no lies. Maybe you could have saved Kid Cudi car from getting blown. Maybe you could have saved Cassie from getting whatever happened to her, if it did happen. Maybe you could have stopped that. But nah, you stayed quiet. You was complicit. Why is J-Lo get to be complicit and then get to play the victim? They talking about J-Lo the victim. But she was quiet. Isn't that complicit? Isn't that being complicit? She brought the gun in the club. Isn't that an accessory? But nah, she not the target. Black men are the target. You wonder why people ain't messing with Kamala Harris. Kamala Harris is a prosecutor. Tory James got put in jail from a crooked prosecutor. Like Tory Lanez, they don't care who's and what's what. If you a black man, you are guilty until proven innocent. Was Tory Lanez guilty until proven? Was he innocent until proven guilty? Can anybody tell me Tory Lanez was innocent until proven guilty? That's what I thought. No one would say he was innocent until proven guilty. He was guilty, and he had to prove his innocence. All the evidence, the broken nails, Meg and Kelsey fighting, just logic, basic logic. Two bitches is fighting over a man, but the man shoots one of the girls. That's not logical thinking. But Tory Lanez, he had to prove his innocence. And you know what? He didn't want to snitch on his girl. So, he was loyal. But black man being in the crosshairs of this justice system, we about to elect a former attorney general, a former prosecutor, who brother Love, what's his name? Brother is Love, Jamal Love, whatever he say. Kamala Harris tried to put him in jail for murder, I believe. And when he got locked up, she cackled. She laughed. So he say, she laughed. But when everything got dropped, was she laughing? Nah, because he's speaking up. He is speaking up. So we got an issue. We got problems because we don't have the support system that we used to have. Black women bending over backwards to vote for a prosecutor. Locking up black men for no reason. Locking up black women because she is quote unquote blackish. What Trump said, she turned black. She looked black. I'm sure she identifies as black. But does she have the attachment to the black culture? Will she flip like a coin on the black culture? She already has. And I'm not gonna lie, I was a fan of Kamala Harris. I'm from California. I didn't know. I was fooled. I didn't have all the information, but she speaks really good and she speaks really well. Say it like that. She dances kind of good and she dances kind of well. She could have fooled me. But now, under these years under Biden, you realize that ain't no black woman would stand idly by like that while Biden is burning this country down. Ain't no black woman is going to defend a genocide while Biden is burning this country down. Ain't no black woman is going to ignore black men while Biden is burning this country down. Because at some point, you doing enough ignoring, you burning the country down. You complicit. You can't play the role like, oh, I did this, we did that, but then all the bad stuff, oh, it was him. You VP right now, can't you get in his ear? We already know Biden ain't running the country. Can you go talk to Jill? Woman to woman, go talk to Jill. Tell her about your plans. She'll make it happen. I guarantee you. But you don't want her to make it happen. You want to put this. You want to keep this because you don't want it to happen, right? You want to keep these cards in your sleeve. They never coming out. They talk about Barack Obama, quote unquote black man. He did his thing, 8 years, but he did nothing for black people other than be the face of black people, which was a lot. It was a lot. But it's like, it's rewarding like a snack. All it does is just fill you up. You get nothing out of it. You know what I mean? We got nothing from that. That was the last Democrat I voted for. I'm not finna vote for Hillary Clinton. Hillary Clinton is crooked. I ain't vote for Donald Trump neither. I'm not with the two-party system. I'm gonna be real with y'all. I'm not with it no more because the two-party system has become one party controlling the system, posing as two parties. And yeah, they focus on certain things. They like to attack conservatives. They like to attack black men. They turning black men into submissive little bitches. Them niggas is working for the queens, not for themselves. Queens don't give a fuck about you, man. Look at all the queens out there. Look what they did. Look to Serena Williams, straight out of LA. She let's just leave it at that. Let's just leave it at that. But innocent until proven guilty. That's supposed to be our justice system. That's supposed to be our justice system. Not for a black man. Not at all for a black man. They talking about the police. They say they worried about the police. They worried about black men and the police. They not worried about the black man. They worried about the police. They don't care about black men. They just using black men because we the ones taking all the grunt of the pain. They just using us. Who that? Butch, who was that? The Green Party's vice president, Butch Ware, spoke clearly about this. He said they just using the black identity to get their mission accomplished. They are using black women to promote white supremacy. You hear that? They're using black women to promote white supremacy. Black men too, because some of these black men follow blindly. They don't know no better. They think they doing the right thing. They think they looking out for you. They think the black woman looking out for them. Not all of them. I'm not gonna lie. There's a bunch of them, but there's a lot of them looking out for black men. And don't let me front. There's a lot of black women looking out for black men, but we ain't gonna never hear for them. We ain't gonna hear them on TV. We not gonna hear them on a pedestal. Only time we gonna hear them defend black men is when the police take them out. When the lies come out on CNN, they're not gonna defend black men. They're gonna decide with CNN. When the lies come out in the newspaper, they're not gonna defend black men. They're gonna side with the newspaper. Only reason they're gonna side with the black man with the police because they don't like the police. That's the authority. That's the authority that they can't get past. A black woman can't out authority the police. You ever watch them body cams? They try to get the whoa, no. White women, black women too. For some reason, black women and white women just like to go off on the police like they invincible. It never works out for them. They always end up in jail, in handcuffs. They never talk their way out of it. It never happens. So the problem is they using black men to progress their agenda. Because they think that if black men can if we can use black men to defund the police, then we ain't got to stand in front of that bullet. We ain't got to stand out there. We just use them, and you know what? They defund the police, we good. Ain't nobody here to defend the police. Ain't nobody here to defend prosecutors, because we know all that shit crooked. They put a charge on you. The police like to pace you. They like to pace us. Get you a speeding ticket like, nigga, you ain't got a radar? You was pacing me? What does that mean? You just made it up. Right? How many of y'all been pulled over? The police said we was pacing you. You was pacing me, huh? Great. Because you couldn't get the certification, huh? You couldn't get the LiDAR certification, huh? So you was just pacing me? You just making up, huh? That's why you ain't got it. You ain't good at it, right? So we all know the police got problems. We all know black men have their issues. We all know black women have their issues. But for some reason, white men have their issues. White women have their issues. Hispanic men and women have their issues. Other immigrants have their issues. But for some reason, the focus when it comes to the issues is focused on black men. Conservative black men specifically. I can't. They like to get on white women too. White women is not immune to this shit. They don't get away with shit. Black women too. So with that said, you have the black women that actually go through this shit have to go through this shit. The black men that gotta go through this shit gotta go through it. But then you got this elite class of educated lawyers and they just kind of just ride the wave. They never gonna get into the problems. You should look at the judge in Atlanta. What was her name? Well, she was making she done made more money than any judge in Georgia, and they was hot. She got a little greedy. Said, "I deserve this. I get a little." She was a probate judge or something like that. Got greedy. She was making $250,000. She was making more money than the Supreme Court the Supreme Court justices of Georgia. She's making more money than them. They told her about it. She ain't want to hear him. She said, "I deserve this shit." Right? She not invincible. Black women ain't invincible. But when you get they can get away with a lot. But when you get to getting greedy, you ain't a white man. You ain't finna get away with it. They got black women thinking they white men, like they ain't get away with anything. It ain't finna happen. Just because they cool with you and they letting you get away with this, and that, don't fall for it. And you turn your back on black men just because they letting you get away with it. So, just circling back to Mark Robinson and his situation, the brother's in the race still. He ain't drop out. The Republicans, not as we expected, but the Republicans said, we gonna back the brother. This is a smear campaign. The Republicans We are known Republicans to be what? Racist, as they say. Say we with this. We gonna support this brother. Right? We supporting this brother. And they ain't back down. We got some that was on his head a little bit, but I ain't heard them say nothing. All I heard was CNN. All I heard was CNN saying something that they were some Republicans, and ain't nobody who's believe CNN anymore. These niggas is professional liars. The media, they're professional liars. I don't know who, what, when, or how it happened, but at some point they were given a green light to lie to us. Tell us whatever they want us to tell us. They don't have to have no fair and balanced. They don't have to fact check. Well, they fact check, but they don't really do fact checks. They just make up stuff. Like, they allowed lies to be told from one side, but then check every lie from the other side. Like, they gonna let their friends lie unchecked. But then when the enemies lie, they get lied. They get fact checked every sentence. You know what I mean? So the problem we deal with today isn't necessarily a lack of support from our own people, from our black women, from our Latino women, Latina women, Latinos. We suffer from a lack of representation of a view, because we got a bunch of just get along, go alongs, dancing along on TV, singing along on TV, tap dancing around the issues just to defend the Democratic Party. We got politicians, quote unquote beloved politicians, that will lie to your face and tell you the sky is blue when we know there's a fire outside. I can't even see the sky. It's gray. I smell smoke. Ashes is falling on my head. But you gonna tell me the sky is blue? We supposed to believe you? You gonna tell me that Kamala Harris is gonna fix all my problems? It happened on the other side too. But you know what? A lot of people want to hold the Democrats' feet to the fire because as a black man, as black people, we've been picking cotton on that plantation for 50 years plus. That's just a metaphor. But we've been picking cotton on that Democratic plantation since Martin Luther King. So we feel like we got something to say when you out of line, out of pocket. You said, why didn't you tell the Republicans that we ain't work for the Republicans. We ain't picked not one piece of cotton for the Republicans. We ain't sweep the porch. I ain't cooked no food. Ain't no house niggas. Yeah, there's some house niggas over there. Hey, but ain't no house niggas. Ain't no field niggas over there. We was supporting the Democrats mostly. We ain't getting nothing out of it. Everybody else we fighting. It's like slavery again, because we picking cotton, but our t-shirts ain't even made of cotton. We can't even use it. So why should we fight for the party that don't give a flying fuck about us? It makes no sense. Zero sense. Can't nobody explain it. So how am I supposed to vote for Kamala Harris? Because black women believe she's black. White men should believe she's black. CNN believes she's black. She is Jamaican, Irish, and Indian. She's barely black. She definitely ain't no ADOS. She's definitely ain't no American descendant of slavery. She definitely not gonna fight for reparations. People say we don't want reparations because you ain't black. Or you think that, or maybe you think that you gonna have more ops. A lot of times, the brothers that don't want reparations is afraid of the opposition coming at them too hard. The angry white folks. And I don't believe that. Because they not tripping when we giving money to Ukraine. They're not tripping when we giving money to Israel. So why not just take that money and put it in your own people's pocket? And guess what? Guess what, America? If you give black people reparations, the money goes to you. You think black people gonna send the money out the country? Are we gonna send it to our peoples in Africa? It's almost a guarantee that 99% of reparations money will be recycled into our economy. And unfortunately, black folks, we don't own a lot. So we gotta spend that money in your pocket. We in your pocket. You know what I mean? Like that money's coming back, boomerang. You think we taking it from you, but you ain't realize that how much money you can make off black people's getting reparations. Reparations is a stimulus. It'll stimulate the economy. They thought that bailing out the banks was gonna help. They should have gave black people reparations. We spend. It's not something I'm not something I ain't ashamed of. We live a life. We may not live as long as y'all, but we live a good life and we want to enjoy it. We do want to build up to a point where we can pass something down to our kids, but it's so hard. It's so hard when you got opposition on every corner, every circle, everything. It's so hard. It's possible. You can do it. Everybody can do it. But when you got so many ops, even your own be the ops. Even your own want to see the ops succeed over you. It's so hard to succeed. Even when you guilty until proven innocent, it's so hard to succeed. Even when you can't get that, even when you doing everything right, it's so hard to succeed. They say ain't no systematic racism in America. That's a goddamn lie. It's literally systematic racism. America is literally systematically being racist towards black people. Look at our presidential candidate right now. That's systematic racism. When will we see an American descendant of slavery actually be the president? Because folks coming in first generation, second, my mama is a first generation. I'm a first generation from my mama's side. My pop's side, I got deep roots in slavery. But mom's not like that. Mom's not thinking like that. Mom assimilated into the culture. But you got a lot of people, even on my family, even on her side, that has not assimilated into the black culture. But yet they gonna take the tax cuts. Yet anything that come along for black folks, they gonna try to take it. They gonna accept it. They gonna take the struggle. Yeah, they gonna live the struggle with us. But will they vote for reparations if they're not included? Nope. Why? That's money out their pocket. But they not thinking. They don't realize that black folks finna spend. We spend. We the fairest culture group in America. With all the talk, buy black. With all the talk, fan, folk. We the first one to go spend money at the taco spot. We the first one to go to the Indian spot and spend some money. We the first one to go to the Jamaican spot and spend some money. We the first one to go to the white folks spot and buy a burger. We the first one to go to Gucci and buy a bag. We the first one to go to Louis Vuitton and buy a Birkin, a bag, or buy a Birkin from somewhere. Whoever sells Birkins. We not taking our money and buying from Ray, buying bootleg Birkins off Ray. We not doing that. Now we gonna take the 20. We not gonna buy the. We gonna take the 20 to Birkin bags. Like, people, they eat off us. We make shit popular. Didn't nobody want a Louis Vuitton bag. Didn't nobody want no Gucci. Didn't nobody want none of that shit before. All of the cultures, y'all didn't want that before. So what's the point of fronting and acting like black folks ain't finna spend this reparations money and boost the economy and do what we always do? Boost the economy. Was it slavery times? We was boosting the economy. After slavery, we was inventing stuff, boosting the economy. We was Republicans boosting the economy. Democrats boosting the economy. But now we got a bunch of just dance along, get along, go alongs. They're not doing nothing for the economy. All they doing to black folks is making us be a parasite to the economy. They trying to give, they don't want us boosting the economy. It's like, y'all don't want us to do it. You giving us handouts, making us comfortable, taking our women, making them comfortable with handouts. But y'all don't want us to boost the economy, right? Y'all just want us to dance along, go along, sing along, tap along. Black men under attack. If y'all like, subscribe, follow, I'm gonna leave this here. Appreciate y'all tapping in. Stay up.